So I want to make this video. There's a lot of people going around talking about how why don't their friends support them? Uh, uh, like for example, like I do music. I'm about to start doing some stand up, right? I'm sure a lot more of my friends will support me in my stand up than in my music, but it's just like at the end of the day, I understand that it's not that they're not my friends. The fact of the matter is I don't even necessarily think they clout chasers. It's just people want to be a part of something that's already established. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to build something from the ground up. So that's why we look up to Jay-Z's and we will post that Jay-Z's a billionaire. We're not going to post that me and my niggas going to be the next billionaire because there's very few niggas who actually think like that. You know what I mean? That's why when you find those people in your circle, you keep them motherfuckers tight in your circle. But that doesn't mean you cut off all the other friends who may like, who be passing you up, so to speak. You know what I mean? It just understand that nobody wants to mess with somebody who's not established yet or it's not a sure thing. Another thing too is we live in a world of instant gratification where you could post a picture and get 100 likes that same day that you would never be able to do back then because you probably won't even walk past 100 different people and they all be brave enough to be like, oh, I like your dress or your outfit, you look nice today, whatever the case may be. So the fact that we live in a generation of instant gratification, people want their shit to happen right the fuck away. You know what I mean? Like tomorrow. Like they put it today, they expect it to be done tomorrow. And it's just like the reality of the world, it doesn't work like that. The internet may work like that, but the world doesn't work like that. So even word of mouth don't happen on the internet. You know what I mean? It could speed up the process, but it's just like as fast as that word of mouth happens over the internet is as fast as that shit could disappear over the internet. But word of mouth in real life, that shit don't disappear. You know what I mean? It may even slow down, but it's not going to disappear. Word of mouth, those people who have those conversations are going to remember that conversation about that person that they were talking about. You feel me? But if you look at a post and you just swipe up, how quick and how much attention you gave that shit is not going to be substantial enough for you to actually remember it. You know what I mean? Like, half of y'all niggas probably forgot Jay-Z's a billionaire. And then like, yo, he's a fucking billionaire. That's 1,000,000 100 times over, nigga. Right? Alright, so it's just like understanding that your friends, it's not that they ain't shit. Most people ain't shit. You know what I mean? The majority of people, you know what I mean, especially with the programming in America, ain't shit. They want somebody who's already excited. That's why everybody wants a record deal. Because they want somebody who's already on to put them on. They don't want to do the work, the hard work it takes to work their way up themselves and get to where these people that they look up to are. You know what I mean? Nobody gave Jay-Z a handout. Nobody gave Puffy a handout. They work their ass off to get to where they want. That's why I'm at the point where it's like, I don't want to be with Bad Boys or with Rock Nation. Not even at no shots at them. I want to be able to establish my own shit. Build up Ruckus Music Entertainment. Build up DOE. Dreams Over Everything. With my niggas. And then once we establish, then we could do an affiliation and joint partnerships with these other companies. You know what I mean? But I want to establish my own shit. But that means I have to find certain people who think the same way. Because the majority of people, half of the people who are going to come to my show now, half of the people who don't ever come to my show, once I'm established, they're all going to come to my show. You know what I mean? And it's not to be like, oh, you fake, you phony. It's to understand motherfuckers don't want to fuck with shit that's not already established. So it's just like, that's why half of you guys have dreams and half of your friends don't fuck with you or don't fuck with your dream yet because they didn't see nothing. They don't see it. They don't see it as already established. Not to say there's anything wrong with that or right with that, but just understand that everybody's not gonna be at that level to build it up from the ground up with you. The majority of motherfuckers are gonna start fucking with you once you're on. Once you get on, once you start your foot in the door, that's when motherfuckers. And it's fucked up, but that's just the reality of life. You know what I mean? Half of those motherfuckers you gonna still need, because half of those motherfuckers are gonna take you to that next level once they actually start giving you the attention. Once you put your foot in the door and you're on a little bit, but that's just the name of the game. And that's when the snowball effect happens, and it's just like you go from from 10,000 to 20,000 because you knew 20,000, but 10,000 of those 20,000 never liked your shit, never reposted your shit, never came out to your shows, never showed any love. But now that you on and established, they have something to invest in. They're like, oh, I knew this person. So now I reposting it, and it's not for you. It's reposting it for themselves. But understand, don't judge that person. Understand that this is the programming that we've been brought up in America, and you just gotta let people be them. You know what I mean? And then just love them for that anyway, and then just keep it pushing. But it's like, don't let that shit discourage you. You know what I mean? For a long time, it has discouraged me. But it's just like, yo, understand that at the end of the day, it's like a short gamble. You know what I mean? People don't gamble to to figure out the pros and cons. They just want the pros, and they looking for the quick fix for that shit. So they think like that's why everybody fuck with people who are already on, and not so much with people who aren't on. Not realizing that this you have all the power to put these niggas on by just reposting they shit, liking they shit. But it's just like people aren't that smart. You know what I mean? Sadly but surely, people aren't that smart. And the programming that we were given to people, you know what I mean? Half of people go to college. Most people who graduate college don't become billionaires. The motherfuckers who don't graduate college become billionaires. So it's just understanding that most people in the programming we in America, if you don't go to school and get an education, you're gonna end up being a nothing. And vice versa for the other thing. If you go to school, nigga, you're gonna become everything you wanna be. But it's like, how many people do we know are college graduates, can't get a job and do all this other shit? But it's just like, it's still the programming. And it's just like, it applies for business, applies for clout, it applies for everything cross the board. And you just understanding that and now applying that and using that to your damn favor. All that being said, it's your boy Ringoy, closing that ruckus and I'm out. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? Tell me what you think though.